February is Black History Month, and people across Canada participate in Black History Month events and festivals that honor the legacy of Black people in Canada and their communities. BACupNorth, a non-profit organization in Yellowknife, organized a community welcome dinner where different dishes from Africa and the Caribbean were served. Apart from feasting and fellowshipping, people had the opportunity to discuss mental health issues affecting our communities.
This event is one of many events to mark Black History Month. This is one of these events. This event is called the Community Welcome Dinner and Yellowknife. So, organized by the Black Advocacy Coalition in partnership with so many sponsors and volunteers. So this, like I said, mental health is something that's not often talked about in the Black community. So we thought it was to bring people together to discuss this, because the Black community, they don't often talk about these issues, either for traditional reasons, for cultural reasons, or for the stigma, or you name it. So we brought people together to create that safe space, starting with a community dinner, so people can feel free to talk. You don't know who you can meet here, you can network with people here, and we also have specialists here in mental health and social work that are going to give us a presentation, so people are going to learn a lot on this.
Having people talk about it with no shame, with no regret, whatever. So this is just a conversation, us trying to facilitate that conversation, and also just at the end of it, letting you know that there is help and there are supports here in the Northwest Territories that you can access if you need that help. So I know that Christian has introduced us a little bit, and so I can speak up more about myself. I am a social worker. I work with the Department of Health and Social Sciences. I've been in Yellowknife now for a little over 5 years. I started by working with Child and Family Services in the front line, but now I work mostly with policy and just developing policy around supports for families. And a lot of it is about families dealing with trauma and mental health issues. So this is a topic that is very dear to me. I like talking about it.
this is one of the events that we organize to commemorate Black History Month. So we are doing this for now, and it is, as our organization is strictly a non-for-profit, we work on a project-by-project basis, depending on the funding that we get and depending on the donations that we get from our sponsors, from our partners. So this is a yearly event, but we have other projects that we do in course of the year.
No, I can't. It's not my first time, but I can say that I've done it enough to know what I'm eating.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone who organized this. Maybe your name is not mentioned or I don't know you, but from the bottom of my heart, thank you for this wonderful organization. I pray God to bless you abundantly. And I do believe that it is the first time, but it won't be the last. Comparatively to my brother Gilbert, who has been here for more than 10 years, may have been here for less than 10 months. So I do believe that mental health, either you have been here for more than 10 years or less than that, it goes to anyone. Answering to the question about the mental health, I do believe that mental health is a study that regards the emotional, the psychological, and our well-being. So I think these are the three important aspects that mental health touches. So our emotions, our psychology, and our well-being. So I think if those three compartments are well working, your mental health will be in a good standard. Thank you.
Or you start thinking in a certain way and you are like, well, I have every reason to have had a very bad day, so why not think this way? But these are things that they are pointers that we need to start looking at. You need to pay attention to, because yes, they can be very normal feelings, normal actions, normal, they are normal, but you have to be able to tell when you are getting out of that normal. At what point am I getting out of the normal? What is my normal and when am I getting out of it? Those are very important things to pay attention to, and if you're not mindful about it, you really will not realize it when you start getting out of that normal. The good thing though is that sometimes you have very important people in your life, and so you're counting on them to start telling you when they start seeing you acting differently or doing things that they know this is normally not who you are, and hoping that they can actually have the courage to tell you that. And so the reason I say these things is because I want to come back to the issue of mental health in the Black community. You will find there are two major things that define mental health in the Black community. You have culture and you have experiences. They are shared experiences. When we talk of culture, we're talking about your family connections. Very important. That's for every Black person. Family and community means everything to you. And it defines who you are, who you become, how you reason, how you act. It's all about always having the family at the back of your mind. Are you representing your family when you talk this way, when you act this way? It's at the center of who you are as a Black person.
It's only when I came to Canada before I knew about something that was called depression or stress. Can you imagine that? It's only when I came to Canada that I knew something, that I knew there was something called stress and depression. So how I was brought up, I was brought up in a culture where you are not allowed to speak out, you are not allowed to express how you feel, you are not allowed to express any emotions or anything, because when you do, you are either showing a sign of weakness as a man, because they say as a man you are supposed to be strong, or you are tarnishing the name of your family. So we were brought up that way. So when I came to Canada, I started seeing something different, asking questions, and know that when you are going through something, there is always somebody you could talk to or you could seek help from somebody. So when we had the opportunity to talk to people like Yvette and Annie, I knew I was not alone, or I knew I was not the only person who came from such a background or from such a culture.
Any message you want to send out to the Black community in Yellowknife?
What I'm going to send out is we have to be more united than we are now, because I can tell you that the Black community here in Yellowknife is not united. They say united we stand, divided we fall. We are not united here in Yellowknife, so we need to be much more united, like other communities that we see doing things together and growing together. We need to come together as one person under one umbrella. We don't know which umbrella that is going to be, but we have backup now. If you want to join us, please, our arms are open, our doors are open, so please come and join us and let's grow together as a community.